uh, Marshmallow Paul, Charcoal Dave, a lot of people. Goo Goo, definitely my fave, in my opinion. You know what? It's that time. Crappy. You have a job to do, which is to take us to the game reveal. Yeah, we've got a fairly short stream today, but we are still doing it. So, who is revealing the game for the tiebreaker? Who is going to be the GM? Ah, there goes Crappy. Well, as is tradition, we give the players a single game for them to play. We do a recording and we get everything done. And Tristan's hopping in here. Hello there, Tristan.
Oh, hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
I thought I'd hop in and see how this went. I'm excited to see what the game that we handed out is.
Yeah, FYI, Tristan has watched all of these before. And as a matter of fact, Tristan helped out with recording everything, making sure that the videos were put together. And as is tradition for getting to record one video until about 10 seconds in. It's tradition, Tristan. It has to happen when it's tiebreakers.
Yeah, that was the very first tiebreaker I did. And it's a giant checklist of things to do when setting up to do one of these, and I just forgot to hit the record button, and Corndan was like, "Oh, I did that last year. It's fine."
Tristan, he did it a lot. It's okay. You did it once. I would say, yeah, but then again, I think Corndan had a lot more videos to deal with. I don't know. I know how difficult it is, and I appreciate all of the work that you put into it. So thank you so much for wrangling these tiebreakers. You know what? I believe the GM who chose the game, it wasn't you or me. It was, in fact, Novasol. I'm wondering if Novasol is around and wants to come and chat.
Novasol says that he is somehow alive. Whether that means he's ready to hop in or not, I'm not entirely certain.
Alive's good. Oh, there we go. We've got...
I'm here. I'm alive.
Oh my gosh. Yay. Novasol, thank you. Good to have you here. Are you ready for a game?
I am so ready for this game.
Well, I'm glad you're here because at some point in the next 15 minutes, I've got a pizza coming out of the oven. I got to go down and tend to.
Ooh, I like it. You got to treat yourself to pizza. Well, we've got 3 different matches that we're going to be showing off. I will be playing in the first because I do not know this game. Yeah.
Yeah, so, we have the 6 competitors, but we also have an extra surprise for people. We had some of our GMs play as well, so we're also going to be showing their attempts as well.
Yeah.
So we'll get to see how you stack up against all those other people. No pressure.
We had 6 tiebreakers, and I thought to myself, we're probably going to display these in like groups of 4. I would like to get a neat divisible by 4 number, and I went, hey GMs, does anybody want to be a recorded zombie? And 5 of them threw videos at me, so we actually have more than we need. Yeah. So we're going to make Provincia fight a couple of them.
Yeah, so I will be racing against 2 other GMs who already recorded their videos, and then after that we've got groups of 4, and you will find out who from the tiebreakers will be victorious. Of course, Novasol, let's go ahead and reveal the game.
Right, So a few weeks ago, you gave a piece of advice. If you're going to participate in Kusogrand8, you should know how to do slide puzzles, and I wanted to see who took that advice to heart. Today's game is Qwak for the arcade.
Qwak for the arcade. Hey, this isn't the first time we've had a duck game, and it certainly won't be the last. Well, instead of an hour, I believe it's 15 minutes on the clock, right?
Yes.
Correct. This is a score attack.
Perfect. A score attack for all of the players, and that's going to be the highest score that we managed to get, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, It's 15 minutes right at the top. You don't get to finish your attempt at time. Just whatever your high score is or your current score is at 15 minutes is what it is.
Okay, by the way, I'm gonna have to do a little finagling to make sure that I have everything correct here. So if I click that, the videos go live for Polk and Escorian. And finally, Crappy is also racing, but he's kind of crappy at it.
He doesn't have any hands.
Yeah, he can't hold a controller. What are you talking about? Well, after we have our video for us three, it will be down to these different players: Bright Shadow, Full Lizards, Mindezi, Nordic, Swirl Dreams, and Zed. They 6 have a chance to make it into the bracket, but only 2 will be making it there. Yeah. So this first match, I mostly want to see if I've taken my own advice and learned how to play slide puzzles, you know. As much talk as I have no idea how. I don't even know what their scores are, so I don't know how I'm going to stack up against Escorian and Polk, but I have a feeling I'm going to get brutalized.
Yeah, so I hope you like managing multiple lanes of ducks.
Oh my gosh. There was an excuse, by the way, for why we delayed the tiebreaker, and it was to get our ducks in a row. I don't know if we told anybody that, but that was the official excuse. Well, Novasol, are you ready to begin?
I'm ready.
Okay. In that case, I might start like half a second behind the players. Let me go ahead and reboot. I'm just going to make sure that this works. It works indeed, and you should have game audio. Perfect. Okay. So there we go. And is it only 1 credit that we get?
This game doesn't do continues except by score. So 1 credit, and then the game makes you restart anyway.
Okay. Yeah. So give me a countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whack.
Qwak indeed. Okay.
Well done on the startup. I wasn't sure how you were going to do this.
Yeah. See? Look.
So
It's going swimmingly.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I don't spoil anything you may or may not notice. You might have to self-commentate a little, and if you call something out, I'll go, yeah, okay, you've got that, and we'll talk about it.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm very concerned.
Oh,
my ducks are dead.
Oh,
my ducks!
Oh, no!
All of them!
Oh no,
There was
it's
not
a
enough
catastrophe.
time. Well, okay, that's a very fast game over. Here we go. Okay. That's okay.
That's good.
Level 1, easy peasy.
Yeah. So we had Polk and Escorian agree to do this, and I pretty much put it out there as, if you want to try it, we'll find a slot for you in the tiebreaker overlay. But
yeah, this is kind of a nightmare to play, honestly, already. Okay.
Yeah, it's something else.
I think that's it. Sure, I had some ducks die. Oh no, they went through. That's okay. They're heading to the end. We're good. I'm set.
Some of them lived.
Okay, okay. You don't have to have every duck live, apparently.
No.
No, as long as one makes it to the end, you will get something out of it.
Oh, good.
Sometimes it doesn't even have to make it to the end. I think that's a bug in the game, but
Oh, really?
Well, this was a prototype. It didn't actually get released, so that doesn't surprise me.
Uh-oh.
So I don't think it'll help you very much,
no!
but I did discover... Oh, there goes the goose.
That's okay. The others are saved.
I did discover while watching, 11 tiebreakers, that if you get a duck down to the bottom row...
Uh-oh.
It counts as finished for the purpose of ending the level. So if you just have one duck left and it goes to the bottom, the level just instantly ends.
Yeah, because the bottom row is just a straight shot to the end.
Gotcha.
It just cuts it out.
By the way, the controls here are not exactly the most user-friendly, is what I would argue. For better, for worse.
So they were kind of kludged in. This was, like, there's not a whole lot of information about this, but it seems like they tried to make this a touchscreen game in 1982.
I guess my duck died.
So
yeah,
I tried to do some research on that. First of all, it's hard to research this game because Atari made an identical game, or not identical, made another game also called Qwak.
What am I doing? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a light gun game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a reset. Okay.
One of the more interesting things about this is the controls are backwards from what you would expect.
They feel backwards, yeah.
Yeah. They are backwards. When you hit down on the D-pad, it selects the tile above the hole. And thinking on this for a while and looking at the history of this getting supported in MAME and whatnot, the guess I have is that the original cabinet had a touchscreen, which we know was a fact, but only did swipe controls.
Yes.
Okay.
And the feedback was, please put joystick controls on this, essentially.
Yes. So the way it works here is you have a D-pad, which you map to your controller. It's backwards. So if you press down, it selects the tile above the hole. If you press up, it selects the tile below the hole. And you hit a button to actually execute the swap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think what happened was the MAME developers hooked into a directional swipe on the screen and then releasing your finger from the screen.
Well, it did actually get a joystick revision, so it is doing what it's supposed to do.
My ducks!
Okay.
They're so
I
dead!
did not realize that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as it turns out, when you have like 10 seconds to look over a level,
it's hard.
It's a little difficult. Oh my gosh. Okay.
We're gonna have some fun later on. I'm gonna hype up. We have 2 more zombies that we're gonna put in with the actual tiebreaker players. One of them had a really clever strategy for dealing with that.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say right now.
I think I heard of some of the silliness that happened, if I'm not mistaken. Oh shoot! That's right.
Somebody made me shake my head and update the rules of the tiebreaker midstream.
I love that.
We'll get to see it. It's they're here. They're in the they're a zombie. So I didn't what am I gonna do? Disqualify them from being a zombie? How do you disqualify someone from being a zombie? Holy water?
A zombie. That's terrifying. Okay, so far I'm not doing too shabby. Okay.
6,000. It's not terrible.
What am I doing? That's not right. That's not right.
You're murdering ducks.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Falling into the void.
Okay, it's fine. They'll live. Okay, they won't live.
They look kind of flat. I don't think they...
They can live flat.
There's just such little time to react to what's happening. That's an issue.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like, really, like, if you had a pause button in the game, that would be extremely helpful.
It's an arcade game, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want your money. They're gonna get it.
They sure are. Okay. That's not what I meant to do.
No.
That's fine. It's fine. Come on, because I've still got the mother duck here. Okay, sorry, baby duck.
Yeah, that's the one that's important.
Oh, I know how to do that one. Okay, never mind. That was my bad.
So when I was testing this, I didn't really care about score. I just wanted to see as much of the game as I could. So only the mother duck really made it very far.
That's fair. And honestly, yeah,
oh,
they're
that's
dead,
unfortunate.
Huh?
Yeah, they ain't getting out of that whirlpool.
So technically I could slide all of that over to have them go straight down, but it just seems like such little time to do that. I don't know if it's doable.
Who would have ever thought a sliding puzzle game would be an APM test?
Oh my gosh. Oh, chat's right. If Mother Duck is alive, she can make more ducklings. That's life.
I don't...
Okay.
You know what, sure. I was gonna say, I don't think that's how it works, but then we would get into a discussion, and...
I think it is actually how it works.
I need to not...
There's some components missing here.
Come on. That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
You've got some issues going on here.
This is not fine. I'm sorry, bro. This is not.
Nah, they'll live. They'll live.
Nope.
Okay. Not a one. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're eating good tonight. No, one lived. See? We're moving on.
One lived. That's a large burden you placed on this child.
Just left the duckling alone in the horrible, cruel world. This
Goodbye,
cruel world
duck.
that is like 75% whirlpools by volume. What the hell?
There's so many whirlpools. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've got other ideas. Okay. And luckily, you know, I've got a little less than half of the remaining time here. Get out of here, ducks. Come on, I gotta get to level 2. And actually remember how to do this instead of freaking out because I'm playing in front of people. Ducks. Okay. Welcome to live performances, everybody. As it turns out, it's kind of hard sometimes. Especially when the controls feel backwards.
I did find it interesting that some of our tiebreaker racers did actually go and reverse their controls in the config.
Okay, well, a few ducks
Yeah,
lived.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand why. I understand the logic of why it's set up the way it is, though. So it's like, okay, we're experimenting. Okay. Oh. Okay. We're getting there.
Nope.
That
What?
wasn't lined up. Okay.
The river didn't line up, yeah.
That can be a problem. Okay.
It is worthy of note that all of the racers that you're going to see today, besides Brosentia, did this in private to a secret stream that was recorded, didn't have two people yakking in their ear, which I'm sure doesn't help.
Oh, of course it helps. It helps a great deal. Okay.
Oh, okay, I'll do it more then.
Great.
Look, we were told you were a master of sliding puzzles, so we gotta give you a handicap.
Well, I mean, I saved literally every duck on this level, so there you go.
One of the keys I found was how fast people realized they could slide a tile that had ducks on it.
Yes, because I've noticed you're using that a lot. So is Escorian.
It's very important, yeah. Okay. Go down, baby. Okay. I don't... Okay. No. No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. See? I told you it was fine. We finished a level.
Recorded Zombie Polk and Bro are kind of neck to neck here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that number's pretty good.
Okay, okay. I like it.
Polk's got a lot more, well, had a lot more living ducks.
Yeah, this is... Oh, no.
A little unfortunate for Polk.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's all right. Wrong way. Okay.
Yeah, that guy fouled up pretty fast.
I will tell you, at this point, you are decidedly not in last
Yes.
among our entire pool.
Good, because I'm finishing this level too.
Yeah, you seem to have figured out, the vibe for it pretty well. And yeah, it is so easy to just get in trouble, because if you have all your ducks on the same tile, or most of your ducks on a tile,
yeah,
and as soon as something goes wrong, they're gone.
They're all gone.
What am I doing? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
come here.
You're dying. Your duck is dead.
I was thinking the duck would descend, but the duck would descend. Okay, here we go. Let's get into this.
The duck did.
Okay, the duck descended to hell.
I haven't been giving you updates. I gave all the racers, unless they explicitly requested I didn't. I gave them like crappy-esque updates on their time remaining. You have about 1.5 minutes left.
Okay. Yep.
Make it good.
I had the foresight to not record my playthroughs. You're probably doing better than I did.
It's kind of it would have been hard to get you a completely, like...
Yeah,
fair...
I played this a lot.
Yeah. Just
to kind of test it. And then Corndan didn't record his attempt either.
Oh, Mother Goose! Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I gotta call out something that's happening to Polk here. Polk is trying to slide tiles with ducks on it during a downward, like, waterfall swim. The window to get that right is so narrow, because if at any time in that entire transition the duck touches the black area of the gap, the duck dies.
Yeah, it's way more reliable to go laterally.
You're right. Oh my gosh.
You tried it. Yeah, so how hard was that?
Well, they died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I presume I'm pretty much out of attempts at this point.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna beat 9,900 at this point. We had... A lot of our racers did kind of end up, kind of just...
around there.
Yeah, unable to do better at about 1 minute left. We've got about 15 seconds. We can chill.
Right.
Scoring at this point is up to about 12,000.
What? Oh my gosh. Okay. You say that, and so I start choking. Of course the goose died immediately. Why wouldn't the goose die immediately?
Well, that's time anyway.
Yeah. Time!
All right, so you had a score of 9,900. That tops Polk, who had 8,900.
Okay,
so you beat Polk.
Okay.
And then Ascorian vaporized you with a score of, let's see, from the video recording at 15 minutes, Ascorian had 12,470.
Holy crap! Ascorian, what the crap? Absolute demolishment, I gotta be honest. Well, this is a fun game. I can however, here's the deal. This is a crappy arcade game, okay? This is a really, really bad idea for an arcade game, but kind of fun anyway.
Looks good. It's 1982. It looks good for 1982. It sounds fine. It controls fine, and yet it's fundamentally evil.
Oh yeah, it's very evil. With that said, I still think it's fun. It's just like having to pay a quarter every time I try to play this. That's a nightmare.
Oh. Yeah, Hedgemaze is pointing out you have Qwak spelled wrong in the overlay. I didn't even notice.
Oh, it's a W.
It is a W.
Gosh. Okay. I'm sorry.
It's fine. This was a prototype. We can just give it a new name.
This never got released?
Nope.
No.
Oh, good. Okay, never mind. Then I can take back all of my complaints. They were smart enough to not release it. Oh my gosh. Well, I need to do some quick changing to our next 4 players, which will be full lizards. Zedgeworth, Zordic, TTV, and Doewolf are zombie for the match. It should be pretty fast to swap over. As soon as I do swap over, we can go ahead and consider it started. Okay. So these are the scores that are really going to matter, y'all. Whoever the top 2 scores will be victorious. The other 4 will not be moving on. With that said, we still have some zombies here. We've got a Doe Wolf zombie. We've got, and then in our final match, we've got a Flannel Cat zombie. Let me go ahead and make sure that the names on the layout are correct first, because I need to change a few for all of the fun that we have been having here. Okay. Yeah, so how did you come across this game, Novasol?
I mean, I've played literally everything MAME will run.
Oh, okay. I'm just the expert.
The brute force method. But no, Corn Dad asked me to look into Atari games because that's kind of what we've been doing the last few years. And I know what he wanted. He wanted spectacle like Danger Express, but I saw this and just knew that it would be perfect when I was going over my game list.
Okay, let me go ahead and move back over. We've got Qwak again. And I may have to make a quick adjustment after I click this button. And we will see. If not, that means that I miraculously had everything correct. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, players. Yep, I gotta make an adjustment so that I can hear the audio.
Right. Yeah, just a silly sliding puzzle game about ducks? That just screamed Kusogrand8 to me.
Oh yeah, and of course everybody's resolution is slightly different. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to arcade.
I was pretty particular about trying to make sure everything was the same, but, oh yeah, Zedgeworth is a little stretched. I guess I eyeballed it incorrectly.
No, you're fine.
Things,
like,
don't you?
Everybody, like, there were a couple that were stretched, there were a couple that weren't. It's, I just blame Novasol. That's usually the safe bet.
This is my fault.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Everybody trying to figure out how to do the slide puzzle. Nordic TTV got through the first level pretty quickly, but is going to be struggling here. Ducks dying. Well, one duck dying.
No.
That's okay.
The duck exploded.
One duck will survive.
Well, it would have.
Never mind.
It would have. You just had to leave it alone.
Nordic just murdered his duck. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was intentional. That was cold-blooded.
There was vicious, deliberate malice there.
So apparently, Doe Wolf's audio was playing as well. I hope that fixed it for everybody. Yeah, Doe Wolf, don't worry. I shut you up. You should be good now. Oh, I love our GMs.
So one thing I didn't hear you call out, so I stayed quiet about it until now, especially on the first level. Once you have a path for all ducks that has no chance of death and no obstacles on it, the game kind of speeds up and auto-completes, like Pipe Dream.
Yep. So, you know, we got a strict time limit here. Getting that lined up early is very important.
Yeah, that's super helpful.
One of the easiest ways is getting all the ducks to the bottom row. It's a straight shot.
Yeah, if you're able to do that, that makes sense. Of course, you might not be able to do it when you have all 5 ducks, considering that they don't all stay together super well. Nordic, by the way, getting to experience the duck wants to go down the waterfall. Do they always choose the waterfall if they have the chance?
No.
It's,
waterfall, yeah, I think they have to do it if it's the waterfall.
They don't have to, because I've seen them not. I had presumed that it was kind of like Factorio conveyor belt rules.
Oh, alternating?
Where it's 50-50.
Yeah, it's 50-50, but it's by, like, permanent duck number, so if you kill duck number 2, 1 and 3 will go the same way in the future. I think that's how it works. because that's
Interesting.
not how it works. There's no consistency to it, and it's all random, and oh god.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Nah, it doesn't seem like this would have too much randomness with it, despite the chaos that we have.
Oh, full lizards.
Full lizards falling into the trap of...
A waterfall on the land. No, duck!
And then you start
Into the void.
overthinking. Oh no!
Yeah, then you
they're gonna
panic and just
drown.
start moving stuff around, and it doesn't work.
Poor ducks.
So that's the first score on the actual high scoreboard for Full Lizards here out of these 4 racers. So Full Lizards is ahead, even though that was unfortunate, to say the least.
Oh yeah, 71-70, pretty solid start, like 4 minutes in.
Yeah, it's a strong showing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Zedgeworth, Nordic TTV, and Wolf are all significantly behind. I expect things to change a little bit, though. We'll have to see. Full Lizards just rapid sliding. That's the way to do it. Gotta get your ducks going places, you know?
Like I said, it's an APM test.
No! Full Lizards! No! They're all dead!
This tile
There's
that's
one
just
liver!
farmland is so rude. Why is it here?
Yeehaw! For the Cowboys.
This tile is nothing but death.
Well, I mean, Full Lizards at least had one duck survive. Unfortunately, the right side looks a little scary. Gonna have to deal with drowning your duck real quick. Oh no!
Into the void!
Into the void. Well, Zedgeworth having a decent push here. A duck survived to what? Mother Goose. Good job. 56-40 and moving on up pretty quickly.
Yeah, another big key to this is keeping the goose alive, keeping the mother duck alive. Because how does it work? It's double the score of the ducklings or 1,000 points, whichever's greater, I think.
I think so, yes.
It's big.
Yeah, so each duck that's alive at the end, it doubles the score, I think? Up until you get to your last duck.
Something I thought that was really cool with the way different players approach this that you can look out for too.
Oh, it's
is,
just an extra. Oh, sorry.
It's no big deal. Something I thought was really neat with the different ways players approach this game is you'll see that some players approached it from the perspective of, I'm going to try to extend the path the ducks are on as much as possible, and some people took the perspective of, I'm going to slide the tile the ducks are on around to move them to a new, better path. Some people did both, and that, those were the ones who tended to score the best, the ones that could alternate strategies depending on the situation. But a lot of our racers definitely erred toward one approach or the other.
No, Zedgeworth, the duck right into the farm. Oh, that is a game over, unless Zedge was trying to do a quick reset there, which makes sense. But Full Lizards still in the lead. Wolf moving into second, Zedge in third, Nordic in fourth.
Yeah, we have a division of 10 points on the right side right now.
Yeah.
So Wolf choosing to participate is why yesterday's grudge match happened.
This was voluntary, but
Yes! I voluntarily played Novasol's tiebreaker and I'm mad about it.
I love it. Okay, Wolf just probably gonna deal with some death here.
Wolf is angry about being tricked into killing so many birds.
There was no trickery! This was entirely opt-in!
Look at the score that Wolf has, though. 86-4. Yeah, Wolf is probably going to beat my score here in just a second.
Almost surely, because, you definitely get, 10 points for every, I don't know. Those are practically inverse Tims.
Yeah,
but
it's almost, it's about half a second is what it seems like.
Wolf just eclipsed your score. Something of note, on Wolf's screen just now, that green thing that looks like a bush is actually an alligator and just ate one of the ducks.
Oh no. There
So
are
on top
alligators?
of... Yeah, here's another one. Yoink.
Oh no!
On top of being able to send the duck off of the screen by not matching up a tile correctly, some of the tiles just have alligators on them. The alligator is the lesser of two evils because it can only eat one duck, but you can send infinite ducks into the void. Like, I'm over here banging the top of the void saying this thing can fit so many ducks in it.
Yeah, this is a little bit odd. Like, I thought all of Wolf's ducks died, but now Wolf has so many ducks.
So
Where'd all
Wolf-
your ducks come from, Wolf?
Okay, Wolf broke 10,000 points. 10,000 points is an extra life. You get an extra life at 10,000 and an extra life at 100,000. Spoilers, nobody reached 100,000. But,
Yeah, I'm not too surprised about that.
when you die and you're over 10,000 points, it just fires 5 more ducks out at you with no warning. Just be ready. Hope you know it's coming.
You get 5 whole ducks out of that? I love it.
Yeah, and I told our racers you get a continue for score, and the attract screen says 10,000 points, so I think racers were able to derive, well, at 10,000 points I get the continue, but it doesn't tell you that it's not a continue, it's blap, here's 5 more ducks. Start swapping.
Okay, Wolf is in a bit of a sticky situation. I don't think this is going to work out for him.
Wolf is very high on the score sheet, though, at practically 13,000 points here.
Oh, no, Wolf, as soon as your duck gets over there, there we go. Okay, you saved 1 duck. That's all you needed to do. Yeah, at this point, Full Lizard's getting a new PB. Like, I think that it's going to be hard for anybody to pass up Full Lizards.
Yeah, 8,100's pretty strong.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Wolf is up in the 13,500s now. And Nordic and Zed have don't have a high score on the high scoreboard. I don't recall if that's because they reset or they just haven't posted one yet.
Oh no, Wolf, that's a game over.
They like to duck.
Yeah, apparently Wolf's duck was a very disobedient duck. A naughty duck. I don't know. How do you
That's
make
a
a
wall.
duck do what you want?
That's a wall, Zetra. No.
No.
We
Qwak.
definitely had a couple of situations where our racers, in the heat of the moment, misidentified the waterfall tile with a path under it versus the waterfall tile that's just a wall.
Yeah.
As you can see on Full Lizard's screen, one stacked on top of the other, and they are similar. They're not exactly the same, but they're similar, and if you're very quickly trying to swap things around, you might misidentify and just slam a wall down in front of your ducks.
Okay, Zed trying to save all 5 ducks and managing to get all of them on a single tile. Okay, that was an impressive move.
Well, there's the one straggler at the bottom, but yeah.
Okay, all the other ducks on a single tile. Occasionally, one of your ducks might just take a shortcut and manage to survive.
Yeah, the mother duck there was worth 1,800. That's a big chunk.
Yeah, I think if you save all 5 of them, the top one is worth 15 or 1,800, and I think the total score is like 3,700. And there goes a duck into the washing machine, another duck into the washing machine on Zed's screen.
Yeah,
I
look
think
at the
you're right
score
about
for
the-
Zed, though. This is going up fast. It's very close between Zed and Full Lizards.
Yeah. We have about, a minute and a half left.
Okay.
This is probably going to be Zed and Full Lizard's final attempt.
Yeah, Zed has passed Full Lizards at this point. This is a lead change. Currently, Zed in the lead. I mean, Doewolf technically in the lead, but Doewolf doesn't count.
Doewolf is a zombie. Shoutouts to Nordic naming, putting the name in for the high scores egg. Most people just mashed the button until they got to the title screen again, and by default on the high score entry screen, the cursor is on an egg, as you can see on Full Lizard screen.
Oh yeah, I just did egg. I did eggs. I was like, I don't have time. I gotta play the game.
Zedgeworth has a continue loaded up. You can tell because there's half a dozen eggs under their under his score.
Nice.
And then it got used. I think.
I mean, there are a lot of ducks on this screen.
Yeah.
I imagine it probably got used.
Oh yeah, 6 ducks. So it might be at the end of the stage, if you have a continue, it just gets consumed to give you a bunch of ducks too. I didn't see that when I was recording this. It looks like Nordic tapped out at this point, and I don't blame him. There's only about 20 seconds left.
Yep.
Zedgeworth is doing quite well here.
Yeah, Zed gonna get over 11,000 points. I don't know if Zed is gonna beat Doewolf's score with this one, but, you know, keeping the Mother Goose alive, Duck Goose, I don't know, duck, 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 duck. And that is time.
So the official score I recorded for Zedgeworth is 13,110. Doewolf beat that with 13,770. And Full Lizards had what is displayed on the screen with 8740.
Okay.
And yeah, Nordic tapped out a little early, which again, that's fine. Nordic had a score of 7170.
Gotcha. So currently Zedgeworth is in the lead, followed by Full Lizards. Nordic out of the runnings for tiebreakers, out of the runnings for the bracket. Still a very strong effort. This is not a trivial game. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now, having just played it. Oh my gosh. That was great, but fantastic job there, Zedge. I enjoyed that. Yeah, what? Do you have any, like, professional Qwak strats, or is it just do your best, be a good duck?
I think the professional strats we'll see in the coming matchup. The true professional strats.
Okay. Yeah.
Novasol, did I ever make you wise to what happened? Like, don't spoil it, but do you know what happened?
I do not.
Okay.
So this is going to be new to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are some very pro strats. Flannel Cat found a strategy, and I'm just gonna see when people realize what it is.
I've got a theory, but it might not be the right theory. But it really could be, because Flannel Cat sneaky. Okay, I am just about set up with the last of the matches. This is going to be Squirrel Dreams, Bright Shadow, Mindezi, and our final zombie with Flannel Cat. Let me... Oh, yeah?
You have accounted for the fact that I goofed and didn't start recording Squirrel Dreams until like 10 seconds in, right?
There should be an extra 10 seconds at the beginning of blank, so it should be accounted for. And if there isn't, then I messed up, and whatever, who cares?
We'll
right?
roll with it.
Yeah, we're gonna roll with it. As it turns out, this is just how recording goes when you are doing tiebreakers. It's almost always gonna have at least one video or two videos that have some issues. I think one of them gets cut off 10 seconds early just because of the internet literally going down during the final 10 seconds.
Yes. Fortunately, I don't think that impacted the final placements, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, here we go. The final three of the tiebreaker players and Flannel Cat, who may or may not have played legitimately. Let's find out.
I did not berate you for 45 minutes. I made a bad pun and then went, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna ban that behavior in future recordings.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, turning it on now. Good luck. Flannel Cat. Is this how Flannel Cat cheated? Okay. Yes,
that was my
Dreams'
fault
stream will show up in a sec.
I jokingly said, okay, go ahead and take your image down or don't. And she just went, well, if you put or don't on the table, I'm not. So.
Oh, really? Okay, I apologize for that loud sound there. It's just Duck. And yeah, everybody's stream is going fine. Whatever, I'm leaving your bunny girl up, Flannel Cat. You put it up.
Yeah.
I'm watching for shenanigans. I'm not seeing them yet.
You won't see them yet. Give it a couple of minutes. In the meantime, we have the three racers here are Mendezi, Swirl Dreams, and Bright Shadow. Bright Shadow had an interesting approach to this. Something that he discovered that I had to go back and like play with the game myself to confirm or deny. He came under the impression, and we'll start seeing it in a minute or two, that it was not time that gives you the 10 points, but actually sliding tiles. So,
interesting.
Once things are decided, and Bright Shadow doesn't need to interact with the game anymore, he goes over and just starts sliding tiles back and forth, and at the end of the 15 minutes, I went, why were you doing that?
I mean, you gotta try what you gotta try. You never know, like... And honestly, if it looks like it's doing something, it's not a bad idea to try. It's the wrong conclusion, but still a pretty creative effort.
At the very least, it didn't hurt anything unless it causes lag. Looking at it, I don't think it does.
Swirl Dreams got alligatored.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mendezi on a fairly decent start, along with Bright Shadow. Mendezi at about 4,300 points, Bright Shadow at 4,200. Yeah, Flannel Cat also around that point. Now, mind you will see some players dying quite a bit at the beginning. That is fine. Like, all you need is one good push when it comes to a tiebreaker. And
I did allow the
only
players
15 minutes, yeah.
I did allow the players to do a control test, and specifically, I let them do a control test and then said, if there's anything you want to reconfigure, do it now. Hint, hint, you may want to swap your controls. A couple of people actually did swap their controls because the controls are backwards from what is logical for most people. But
the alligator got Mendezi!
All the racers saw before the timer started was the attract screen, which is like half of a level.
You didn't tell
their
me
control
I could
test.
change controls.
What's that?
You didn't tell me I could change controls.
I didn't tell anybody boldface they could change controls. I just said if you need to reconfigure anything after your control test, feel free.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, you set this up and started going, and I didn't even send you the boilerplate like information I sent to every racer, so you were at a disadvantage.
Oh my gosh, that means I'm probably actually the winner.
No.
You're definitely not the winner.
Shut up! Shut up! Come on!
And this alligator's eating good tonight.
Yeah.
The alligator has eaten a lot of ducks. I can't blame him. Pretty tasty. Yeah, another thing with this is that, like, if you can keep multiple ducks alive for a longer period of time, that sort of compounds. So, like, you know, having 5 ducks live through 3 levels is probably going to get you a much higher score than 1 duck through 5 levels. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Just realistically, save your ducks.
Yeah, so you get an extra 200 points per duck in level scoring.
Yeah, I definitely found that the highest scoring attempts were the ones that just kind of very deliberately figured out the first 2 levels. because once you get the first 2 levels done to the point where all of your ducks get through, you are at 8,000 to 8,500 points just by doing that.
Oh yeah, Mendezi sliding blocks around, and there we go. Another duck save. That's over 7,700 points. A very early score here. Wow.
Swirl Dreams, meanwhile, has 9,100. Like, I don't know how Swirl Dreams scored this high this early.
That's impressive. Unfortunately, Alligator got one of the ducks, but Mother Duck lives. I don't even care. Yeah, those two extremely high scores pretty early on. Bright Shadow did already set a high score though. Yeah, Flannel Cat taking a while. Still not quite there, Flannel Cat. I wonder if you're gonna get a high score. I'm waiting for the scam. Okay, the game paused.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think that... So, here's my theory about what's gonna happen. Flannel Cat's gonna pause the emulator.
She just did.
Yeah, Flannel Cat's gonna pause it more.
So, I noticed this, and I said in the chat, you know what? I think I'm gonna call pausing the emulator a foul.
Oh
with a goose next to it.
Okay. Swirl Dreams is at 10K. What? 10,560 points?
Uh-huh.
So wait, if you pause the emulator, it keeps accumulating Tims? Is that the scam?
No, she just paused the emulator and routed the swapping to do.
Oh! Oh, okay.
That's so good. Yeah. Let me just say, I like pause. I'm fine with pause strats if there's a pause button in the game. In general, in Kusogrand8, though, pausing the emulator, unless it's specifically because you are taking a break, that's a little waggle finger from me. However,
I had not explicitly forbidden this in the rules. I sent everybody the exact same document for the setup, so it was all consistent.
If you didn't forbid it, was it actually...
I did not explicitly forbid this.
Huh.
We had done 3 real tiebreakers when Kat did her run, and I went, well, no one else has done this. I'm going to just forbid it now.
I love it. And you know
So
what?
in theory, one
what
of the
else are
first...
zombies supposed to do other than test your limits, Tristan?
You know what? I'm perfectly fine with this.
Well, hey, now I have something new to tell people not to do.
I think we're gonna just, if we never set it flat out, I think we're just gonna say it flat out. Using the emulator pause, if not explicitly allowed by a GM, is verboten.
Yeah, there we go. It's officially canon now.
Because that kind of falls under, like what save states would do for you. It's using emulator functions instead of what the game has.
Yeah, you can't pause a Nintendo.
You can have some... Wait a minute.
We're gonna workshop it because, like, if you look up from your Kusogrand8 match and your cat is on fire, maybe you should be able to pause and handle it, but...
Yeah. How about pausing... That's obviously to benefit you during the match. There we go.
The rule I put in after this zombie run was using emulator pause to improve your score is not allowed. And someone said, who did that you had to put that in the last, because it was the last rule, right? It was under even, like, the setup information and stuff. It was all, like, the very final rule. And one of the racers went, who did that you had to put that in the rules?
I love that. Oh, Flannel Cat's gonna use the pause function to make her score worse. Ooh, that is a clever self-sabotage there. Yeah, so Swirl Dream still has a commanding lead at this point, and we're almost 10 minutes in. You know, everybody needs to start getting a solid attempt in here. It looks like Mindezi has all of the ducks saved, so this is going to work out for her. Good.
Yeah, Swirl Dreams at 10,500. Mindezi put up a pretty decent score at 9,500, and Bright Shadow is at 6,000, but there's still 5 minutes to go. Flannel Cat's at 8,000. Asterisk.
Asterisk. It might go up from here. You never know.
I do like that Flannel Cat also set the name on the high score as Egg instead of Egg.
Egg. Yeah, also Egg. We have two people who named Egg.
Doughwolf was the only
I wonder what
racer
happened on
to
Flannel
actually.
Cat's screen.
What's that?
I wonder what happened on Flannel Cat's screen.
Odd.
Ah.
Doughwolf was the only one to actually do initials like a proper arcade game, to my knowledge. Which, I mean, you're in a race and there's only 15 minutes, so...
I mean, yeah, the first thing that I entered in was GG because I was just trying to get something in. I'm like, I don't want to sit on the high score screen forever.
Look, I'm a child. I just put in ass every time.
Fair.
As is tradition. Wait, Mindezi had a duck eaten by an alligator. I didn't even see the alligator.
The alligator, here's the
Whoa,
rude thing,
look
the
at
alligator
Mindezi's
goes
score.
away after it eats one duck.
Okay, that's significant. But yeah, Mindezi at the 13,800? This came out of nowhere. What the crap?
Clearly, my stream is frozen.
Oh.
Not me pausing.
Oh, okay.
Here to defend yourself, cheater? All right.
You put an animated image in the feed.
The animated image was to distract us from everything else.
It worked.
Oh, yeah.
Milky Pie is here to tell us about ducks and how I'm not cheating.
Okay, tell me about a duck.
These are ducks, and they go down the waterfall, which I don't think ducks should be on waterfalls.
Yeah, that's dangerous, ducks.
That's the story I'm telling.
You're
Definitely
sticking
shouldn't
to
be
it.
chasing them.
So Mindezi is about to break 15,000.
Oh my gosh. Mindezi, is that the highest score that we've seen so far? I don't think I've seen higher than this.
Yeah, I do believe that's the highest score we've seen so far.
Holy crap. And Zedge was a little bit higher than Squirrel Dream's high score, so at this point it's looking like Mindezi and then Zedge are the two highest. We'll see how the rest of this plays out.
So Mindezi game over to, 15K 270. That's a very, very high bar to cross, especially with only a minute and a half left.
Oh yeah.
Flannel Cat's at 12,000 something. She's currently racking up score. So 14,440.
Oh, okay.
So the race at the moment in this heat is between Mindezi and Flannel Cat.
Well, let's see what Flannel Cat is able to do here. Uh-oh. Time to drown the ducks.
The non-cheater. Yeah!
Wait, if Mindezi beats Flannel Cat despite Flannel Cat using the pause strats, I'm gonna say that's a win for Mindezi.
It's looking likely. Flannel Cat just game overed at 14 minutes and named the high score. We'll just say Qwak. It's
Qwak.
close enough. Qwak.
Yeah. And actually, Flannel Cat is pretty correct. She also never got the 1.5 minute warning. I think that we both need like at least a couple thousand points because of that.
I did, for most people, 10-5 in 1 minute, and I flat out admitted that when Flannel Cat started pausing, I was just so amused at that I I just forgot to give the warnings. Here's Bright Shadow's internet, or I'm sorry, it was my internet that went out in the middle of Bright Shadow's run. Blame Comcast. I'm on Comcast. Comcast just decided you don't need internet. I did get Bright Shadow's score. I have it written down, and as we reach time, let's see what we got here.
Well, there we go. 15,274 for Mindezi, by far the highest score. I don't think anybody came close to that.
Yep, the score I recorded for Flannel Cat is 14,860, so Mindezi did beat Flannel Cat.
Oh, great job. I love it.
And
also,
Swirl Dreams had 10,560. And Bright Shadow, after my internet came back, we figured out he had a score of 7,900.
Well, there we go. That's still like everybody beat the high score that was on the game. Just getting something that you've never played before, and getting a high score off of it, getting fairly decent improvement. This is not a trivial game to play at all, but we saw some extremely impressive gameplay, and Mindezi and Zedgeworth are the two who will be moving on into the bracket. Congratulations and thank you everybody who came and played it. We've got our bracket together, all 32 players. And as a matter of fact, we also have the various prizes that we are giving out and the bracket themes. Hedgemay is currently sharing the Qwak8 bracket. Go ahead and click that, make your predictions about who's going to win. You probably won't get any prize because of that. I'll have to decide if there is anything that I'd like to give out. But incredibly impressive. Now, with that said, our themes this year for the first round of the winner's bracket, of course, as tradition, the Iron GM, where we have 3 GMs who can be chosen, and if the players decide by vote which GM to choose. If they both choose the same GM, perfect, they get them. If they choose different GMs, they get the third GM that neither of them chose, and that GM comes in with a vengeance because they're angry about that. Round 2 is called ... But why? That specifically is that the games may be good, but who in their right mind would have made this game? We have seen a few of those on Kusogrand8, and I presume we're going to have some pretty odd games show up in that. Round 3 will be the Qwak8 Gauntlet. Y'all love gauntlets. It's absolutely fun. Round 4, Endurance Round, 2-hour match. Round 5, Mutually Assured Destruction, where our GMs bring out their strongest, worst games that they have, and then the grand final. However, the loser's bracket has more rounds. We've got the Iron GM. ... But why? A sight for sore eyes for the third round. That one is a little bit different from what you have seen before. Unfortunately, it's the sight that caused the soreness in those eyes. Whether intense visuals or just plain ugliness, nobody wants to look at these games. The fourth round, the Qwak8 Gauntlet. Round 5, the House of Mouse. Whether bootleg or licensed, Disney games strike terror into the hearts of those who play them, and our players will get to deal with that. Of course, we saw Beauty and the Beast yesterday for Super Nintendo. That is a prime example of something that could possibly show up. After that, the Endurance Round, Mutually Assured Destruction, and then for the loser's bracket final, we have what's called the Time Warp. Too short for Kusogrand8? Well, too bad. You might get a few short games, or you might end up playing the same tiny game over and over, and you're going to like it, okay?
Ooh, I have thoughts for that one.
Oh,
Same.
I'm excited.
That was like made for me.
Yeah.
I've done things with games too short for an hour match before. You know the things I've done.
Oh, yeah. Also, thanks for those who are subbing, because, again, we do have prizes, various Steam games, depending on how long people last, starting at $5 worth of games. I usually give a gift card on Steam if you're located in the States, or if you're not, then I just have to figure it out. I can deal with that. Up to whoever is in the grand final, $60 worth of Steam games. We also have the grand prize of a trophy, $500 cash prize, and the person who loses in the grand final going away with $250 as well. And that is why I appreciate all of the support, so that I can give people prizes, because I want to give stuff to people. Yeah.
There is a caveat in that you will probably get your trophy at the end of Kusogrand8.
Yeah, that tends to be tradition. I'm not sure it's a good tradition. I appreciate that we've got music from Egg playing right now, by the way.
Yeah, as I understand it, you just go to like a thrift store and get the cheapest trophy you can find, right?
We've been 3D printing Crappy and making him a trophy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's actually exciting.
Yeah, you will have something unique. Unique as in we printed it. So, yeah, if you are one of the players in the bracket and you really want a shiny golden Crappy, that is pretty weird, but I'm not going to knock it. Well, again, thank you to those who came and watched. 3 Hams for resubscribing, Ubi for gifting those subs. All of that support is going to help ease the burden on my wallet, and I appreciate that. It definitely helps. With that said, I think we're done for today. We're going to go ahead and raid Fastest Furs, because they still have the marathon. I'm going to be hosting a little bit later as well for the final 2 games. I don't know why they chose me, but they certainly did. So let's go ahead and raid there. Do we have a good raid? We could just quack at them.
Yeah, we don't have any text in this game.
Yeah,
just quack, I guess.
Just quack.
Spelled right or wrong?
Wrong.
Okay, quack. Let's go quack at them. Quack. If you have
Quack.
any duck or goosey emotes, you can use those as well. Quack, I guess. Thank you all. Have a good Thanksgiving. We might not have a stream until after Thanksgiving. I'll let y'all know on Blue Sky, Discord, or I guess I still post announcements on Twitter. How long that will last, I don't know, but I currently still do it. All right, well, thank you, Novasol, for the game, and thank you, Tristan, for all of that hard work that you put in.
It was fun. Having everyone dive in and just want to try it was entertaining to see different approaches to it.
It was so good.
Yeah, I really loved the enthusiasm, because I love picking the tiebreaker games. It's so much fun.
And I'm so glad you did. All right, take care, friends. Have a good time.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
No, now I can't push the raid button because I just had somebody sub. Eggplant thank you for subscribing. I can't push the raid. Oh my gosh. Raid.
Bodied.
Skill issue.
I already have a raid in progress. I know, but I can't get rid of this. This is. Thank you. Thank you so much, Twitch. Maybe if I just cut stream, it'll go. We'll see. Bye, everybody.